Hi, Montclair. This is going to be our lesson for today, Friday, March 19th. I am going to be subbing in another class today, so you are on your own for performing arts. So first off, we're going to do this read aloud right here, and then you're going to have a coloring drawing activity. And then if you finish up early before class is over, you can do some of the Just Dance videos that we did yesterday. So let's go ahead and read this story together. The Little Red Fort by Brenda Mayer, pictures by Sonia Sanchez. The Little Red Fort. Ruby's mind was always full of ideas. One day, she found some old boards. Who wants to help me build something? She asked her brothers. Oscar Lee pretended not to hear her. Rodrigo gave her a look that could melt popsicles. Jose almost fell off the fence. You don't know how to build anything, they said. Ruby shrugged. Then I'll learn. And she did. Who wants to help me draw the plans? Ruby asked. Her brothers clutched their sides and howled with laughter. Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll draw them myself. And she did. Satisfied with her plans, Ruby asked, Who wants to help me gather the supplies? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll gather them myself. And she did. When all the supplies were gathered, Ruby asked, Who wants to help me cut the boards? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll cut them myself. And she did. When all the boards were neatly cut, Ruby sang, Who wants to help me hammer in the nails? Not me, said Oscar Lee. I don't think so, said Rodrigo. No way, said Jose. I'm too busy. Fine, said Ruby. I'll hammer them myself. And she did. Soon Ruby's creation was complete. Who wants to play in my fort? She called. Me, said Oscar Lee. Let's go, said Rodrigo. I'll play, said Jose. I'm not busy anymore. Not so fast, Ruby said. You didn't help me draw the plans, or gather the supplies, or cut the boards, or hammer the nails. You said I didn't know how to build. And you laughed at me. I'm going to play in the fort by myself. And she did. We didn't want to play anyway, the boys said. But they did. So they huddled, whispered, and got straight to work. Oscar Lee made a mailbox. Rodrigo planted flowers. Jose painted the fort fire engine red. Ruby was delighted. That evening, the boys followed a delicious aroma to a fort warming party. Who wants to help me clean this plate? Ruby asked. We do, the boys said. And they did. Now, my question for you is, what would you add to the Little Red Fort? In this story, we saw that originally the brothers didn't want to help Ruby creating her fort, but when they saw how fun it was, they decided to add something to the fort to show her how important the fort was. And then when they added something, she invited them to play in the fort with her. So, what you're going to do is you can grab a piece of paper or just do a drawing here on Seesaw, but I'd love for you to make a fort of some kind. This is the fort that I drew right here. And then you can color it. You could add in a mailbox and flowers and paint it red, just like the brothers did in the story. And then I want you to add something special to you in the fort. So maybe you want to add a slide or a pool or a hammock or pets or a unicorn or a racetrack. I don't know, but you are going to add something very special to the fort. When you're finished, you can either take a picture of it and send it to me on Seesaw, or if you drew it right in Seesaw, just make sure no matter what you do, you hit that green check mark so I can see what you added to the fort. Montclair, I love you very, very much. I hope you have a lot of fun with this activity today. Remember, if you get done before class time is over, you can go to my Just Dance playlist on my YouTube page and use that for the last few minutes that you have of class. But feel free to take your time and really draw a really cool fort from your imagination. Have a great weekend, and I hope I see you very, very soon.